4 Heisman Trophy winners, and 49 NFL first-round draft picks. He absolutely demands that his players are surrounded by the very best people and resources possible to ensure that they have the very best chance to be successful in whatever it is in life that they want to do. Head coach Nick Saban.
Hey guys, look, first of all, I appreciate you guys coming here. It shows that you have a character and attitude about somebody who has goals and aspirations, and you want to improve and do better for your team, as well as do better for yourself in terms of how you can improve and the things that you can do to try to get better. And I think that's really what you should be focusing on now. You know, you should be focusing on my development. How can I improve every day? How can I make the choices and decisions that are going to help me be the best version of myself as a person, as a student, and as a player? So the first thing I tell all of our players, and I told NFL players this when I coached the NFL, you know, there's 3 things that you can do as an athlete that really take no ability. The first thing you do is give effort. That means you give 100% effort. That's all you got to give, and you do it every play and every rep that you're involved in. So you're creating habits of training and doing things that you need to do to be able to give 100% effort. Because if you're not, you cheat yourself. It takes no ability to do that. That's a choice and that's a decision. The second thing is you want to have the mental. We're not working on physical toughness here in this deal today. So, but it is something about mental toughness, that you can stay focused on doing things when the circumstances aren't perfect for you to do them. Whether it's hot outside, whether you get tired, whether you get a little bit hurt, no matter what the situation is, you got enough strength mentally to be able to sustain your focus and your performance. And continue to give effort and do things at a high level, even when it's not perfect circumstances for you to do it. Just like everybody gets affected by all kind of external factors. You guys play the game, it's raining outside, you say, oh man, I can't play DB in the rain, I'm gonna fall down. Yeah, you can. It's mental toughness, mental conditioning to do the things that you need to do to be successful regardless of the circumstances. And the third thing is be responsible and accountable to do your job. That means you know what to do, you know how to do it, you know why it's important to do it that way. That's called being conscientious. You have a responsibility and obligation to yourself so that you can play the best that you can play by knowing what to do, how to do it, why it's important to do it that way. But you have a responsibility and obligation to all your teammates who are depending on you to do that, and you're depending on them to do that. It takes no ability to be conscientious. It takes no ability to have mental toughness. But there is a prerequisite for it. You got to be in really good physical condition. Because if you're not in great physical condition, which is hard, man, it's hard work. You got to persevere things. You got to overcome adversity to get into great condition. But if you're not in great condition, when are you going to loaf? When you get tired? When are you going to give in mentally to the circumstances and situation that you're in? When you get tired? When are you going to make mental errors? Even if you know what to do, how to do it, why it's important to do it, when you're going to make mental errors? When you get tired. So everybody's got to make a commitment to themselves. If you're going to be a great athlete, you got to get in great condition. Here's something that I think this is the basis of our program right here and what we tell all of our players. I ask every one of our players when they come here, why did you come to Alabama? What do you want to accomplish and what you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? A guy might say to me, well, I want to graduate from college, I want to develop a career off the field, I want to play in the NFL someday. That's the guy's sense of purpose. That's his goals. That's what he wants to accomplish. Every one of you need to have goals and aspirations for what you want to accomplish as a high school player, maybe when you go on to college. But if you don't have goals and aspirations, you don't have a sense of purpose. Once you establish what your sense of purpose is, the next question I would ask you is, do you know what that entails? So a player tells me he wants to play in the NFL someday, wants to graduate from school. My next question to him is, do you understand what that entails? What that entails is a process. Process is the definition of what it takes to accomplish the goals that you have. And you should write it down. This is what I have to do. This is how I have to edit my behavior to do it. keep doing things the same way you've always done them, and you just say, well, this is the way I am, you're going to keep getting the same results. Maybe that's good, maybe it's not so good, but that's what's going to happen. Kobe Bryant was here and talked to our team a couple years ago. All he talked about is how do you have to edit your behavior to accomplish the goals that you have. Some player asked him, how did you drop 60 points in the 82nd game of the season when you were 40 years old, coming off Achilles tendon surgery? You know what his answer was? I worked 8 hours a day for 365 straight days, because when I made a decision to play that season, I knew that was what it's going to take. That's how I was going to have to edit my behavior. I never had to do that before to play a season. But that's what I was going to have to do to play that season. And then he went on to say, they don't put that part on ESPN. Nobody knows the hard work you do when nobody else is around and nobody's watching that you have to do to be able to accomplish the goals that you have. And then the last thing you got to be able to do is you got to have the discipline to execute whatever it is you choose to do, whatever you have to do it, you have to have the discipline to execute it every day. And this is the hardest part for all of us human beings. Because there's probably some sign up on the wall at your school that says discipline is to do what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, the way it's supposed to get done, do the right thing the right way, the right time, all the time. Those are great definitions of discipline. But I'm talking about self-discipline. You make hundreds of decisions every day that come down to two questions. Here's something I know I'm supposed to do that I really don't want to do. Can you make yourself do it? Over here, there's something you know you're not supposed to do, but you want to do it. Can you keep yourself from it? If you can make those choices and decisions the right way, you always stay on the path of being able to do the things you want to do. I want to lose 10 pounds. That's my goal. Slim fast. That's the process of what I have to do it. How do I fail? 3 days into the diet, I'm eating pie and ice cream again. I don't have the discipline to execute it every day. That's a challenge. But you're going to, and you start making these decisions when you get up in the morning. Get up in the morning, you're supposed to make your bed. You don't feel like making my bed today, you're going to make it or not. It's supposed to be at 8 o'clock school, 8 o'clock class. Don't feel like going to school today. Don't feel like studying. Didn't prepare for the test I'm supposed to have at 8 o'clock in the morning. You going or not? Everybody's going to the streets going to smoke dope. You know you're not supposed to do that. You're going to do it or not. You're making these decisions all day, every day. But they determine the path that you take and who you become. And you're going to suffer through one of two things in your life. You're going to have the pain of discipline, because what I'm talking to you about is not easy to do. It's hard. So it's going to be painful. Or you can suffer through the pain of disappointment. Because if you don't do that, you're always going to be disappointed, because you're never going to reach your full potential in what you do. Never. Here's the only other thing I want to talk to you about. I'm going to watch you guys today. I'm going to watch your body language. And I'm going to see you guys when we do 4 stations. You're going to get down here like you've been in a game fight, your game didn't show, like you're dying. So when you have that kind of body language as an athlete, what are you telling the guy you're playing against? You're kicking my ass. I'm tired. So is that what you want to do as a competitor? Help the other team? That's what you do. That's exactly what you do. You know, sometimes how you take the guy's best shot goes a long way in determining whether you're going to be successful or not. You know, I had a friend named Joe Lipsky, who was a middleweight boxer. He was from Michigan, when I was at Michigan State. He was 17-0. So he gets a fight with Marvin Hagler. You guys probably don't know who Marvin Hagler is. Probably your parents know who this dude. But he was the middleweight champ for 10 years. Hateful competitor. Hard, tough ass. Nobody could beat him. So my man Joe gets a fight with Marvin Hagler. He's 17-1 dog in the fight in Vegas. No chance to get through the first round. Everybody's talking about how he's going to get his butt kicked. So he wins on man Joe wins the first round. He wins the second round. He wins the third round. Nobody can believe it. It's on TV. Nobody can believe my man is doing so good. In the fourth round, he damn near got killed. I said, Joe, I saw him about 2 weeks after the fight. I said, how did you do so well against the champ for 3 rounds? And then in the fourth round, just totally get blown out. Get blowed up. You know what he said? He said, I hit him with my best shot at the end of the third round, and it never fazed him. And I didn't think I could win after that. So how you take somebody's best shot, and you're going to have plays that you fail on. You're not always going to win. You're going to get blocked. You're going to miss a block. You're going to miss a tackle. You're going to fumble. How you respond to the failure, how you respond to something bad that happens, how you take the other guy's best shot when he blocks you, or you miss a tackle, or you don't cover a guy right, or whatever it is. How you play the next play can go a long way in determining how successful you're going to be. Because as soon as you tell that guy, and you get it in your mind that he's beating you, you're beaten. Can't let that happen. So, look, this whole camp, we're coaching you exactly like our players. All right, so we're going to work hard. We're going to do everything we can to help you develop and do the best you can. I'm assuming that's why you're here, and that's why we try to have the best camp we can have. But I'll be here for most of the practice. I have to leave early today, but I'll be seeing and looking at every one of you. So we appreciate the fact that you're here to get better, and we're going to do everything we can help you do that. So thanks for coming, and roll tide. Thanks.